Rolling out the bottom of your feet with a tennis ball can provide numerous benefits for your feet and overall body. By applying pressure to specific areas of the foot, you can release tension in the muscles and fascia, improve circulation, and alleviate pain and discomfort. This technique can also improve flexibility and range of motion in the feet, which can have positive effects on your posture and balance. Shoot for 2.5 minutes on one foot and switch over and do 2.5 minutes on the other for a total of 5 minutes. This drill is called ankle circles. To properly execute this drill, extend the leg out in front of you and focus on very slowly and with control, but circling the foot in a clockwise and counterclockwise movement for the amount of reps prescribed. This drill is called tiptoe walks. To perform this drill, stand on your feet shoulder width apart, keeping your toes pointed straight ahead. Slowly rise up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels off of the ground and balancing on your toes, and then begin walking forward, taking small steps and keeping your weight on the balls of your feet. Continue walking forward in this manner for several steps, keeping your core engaged and maintaining your balance. Now perform the same exercise laterally. This exercise is called heel walks. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart, keeping your toes pointed straight ahead. Slowly shift your weight onto your heels, lifting your toes off of the ground and balancing on your heels. Begin walking forward, taking small steps and keeping your weight on your heels. Keep your core engaged and maintain your balance for the amount of time prescribed. This drill is called big toe pulses. To execute this drill properly, curl the big toe underneath the foot and gently pulse up and down for the amount of reps prescribed. Once you've completed, switch over and do the opposite foot. This drill is called little toe pulses. To execute this drill properly, curl the little toes underneath the foot, keeping the big toe up, and gently pulse for the amount of reps prescribed. Once you've finished, switch over and do the opposite foot. This next drill is called all toes up. In order to properly execute this drill, stand in a nice stabilized position with feet shoulder width apart and focus on lifting all toes up off of the ground simultaneously for the amount of reps prescribed. This next drill is called toe curls. In order to properly execute this drill, stand in a stabilized position, feet shoulder width apart, and focus on curling the toes underneath the feet for the amount of reps prescribed. This next drill is called big toes up, little toes down. To execute this drill, stand with feet shoulder width apart, lifting just the big toe up off of the ground, maintaining the little toes on the ground. This next drill is called little toes up, big toes down. Doing the opposite, keeping the big toe planted on the ground, lifting the little toes up off the ground. This next drill is called ankle swivels. In order to properly execute this drill, perform with feet shoulder width apart and rhythmically swivel back and forth as such, balls of the feet to the heels, balls of the feet to the heels. The kneeling ankle rocker drill is an excellent exercise to train ankle mobility, particularly ankle dorsiflexion. To properly execute this drill, find your ideal distance away from the box or the wall and gently glide the knee directly over top of the toe to tap the wall in front of you while maintaining your heel flat on the ground. This next drill is called the kneeling pulses with the feet flat on the ground. To perform this drill, get in a kneeling position with the feet flat and gently pulse up and down. To perform the kneeling pulses, toes curled, just simply curl the toes and pulse for the amount of reps prescribed. This drill is called the single leg calf raise. To perform this drill, find a sturdy object to use for support, such as a wall or chair, and stand facing it with your feet hip width apart. Shift your weight onto the working leg and lift the opposite foot off the ground, placing your hands lightly on the support object in front of you. Engage your core muscles and lift your heel off of the ground, rising up onto the ball of your foot in a 2-2 tempo. 1, 2, up, 1, 2, down. This drill is called the standing tibialis raise. To properly perform this drill, place your hands behind your lower back against a sturdy object or a wall and walk your feet away from the wall to a good distance away. Next, with your feet hip width apart and toes pointed straight ahead, focus on slowly bringing the toes up into the air to the knees and back down to the ground. This drill is called the banded inversion. Wrap a resistance band around the ball of your foot and anchor the other end of the band to a stationary object, such as a chair or pole. Sit on the floor with your legs straight out in front of you and the banded foot in the air. Begin by pulling your foot inward towards the other foot against the resistance of the band. This is the inversion movement. This drill is called banded eversion. Wrap a resistance band around the ball of your foot and anchor the other end of the band to a stationary object, such as a chair or pole. Sit on the floor with your legs straight out in front of you and your banded foot in the air. Begin by pulling your foot outward, away from your other foot, against the resistance of the band. This is the eversion movement.